Hey brothers and sisters, just a follow-up from yesterday's video I did on the Pope and his last homily about the end times. I also went through quick and made some comments about this document here the Pope put out, I think just less than a week ago. Evangelii Gaudium, Apostolic Exhortation. I think it's supposed to be Pope Francis' vision for his papacy. And I made some comments about some of the stuff in here that was pretty concerning. And there's something else I didn't comment on, but it stuck with me last night and this morning. And I'll just show you. And here we go. If you search for the term leaven, happens to show up 6 times. Think in your own mind, what does leaven mean in the Bible? Okay, dang, time's up. I'll go to found a little comment from Chuck Missler, who's great Bible teacher and is fantastic with the signs and symbolism in the Bible. So let's go take a look at something he wrote. Furthermore, we must never lose sight of the fact that Jesus was a Jewish rabbi speaking to Jewish disciples. Leaven is always used as a symbol of sin. The Feast of Passover emphasizes the use of unleavened bread. Even to this day, the Jews make a game out of cleansing the house of leaven. They hide a little for the children to find to earn a reward. Jesus refers to the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees in Matthew 16 and Luke 13. Paul also makes the same type of references, 1 Corinthians 5. Galatians 5. It's interesting that the Feast of Israel that prophesizes the church is the Feast of Pentecost, the only feast that features leaven, Gentile bread. Why is leaven used as a symbol of sin? It corrupts by puffing up. The origin of sin was in Lucifer's pride. That's why God hates pride. Well, I guess we've got our definition. Now let's go see how the Pope used leaven in his document here. But to live our human life to the fullest and to meet every challenge as a leaven of gospel witness in every culture and in every city will make us better Christians and bear fruit in our cities. Being church means being God's people. In accordance with the great plan of his fatherly love, this means that we are to be God's leaven in the midst of humanity. The good news is the joy of the Father who desires that none of his little ones be lost, the joy of the good shepherd who finds the lost sheep and brings it back to the flock. The gospel is the leaven which causes the dough to rise, in the city on a hill whose light illumines all people. I don't even know what to say to that one. Signs of division between Christians and countries ravaged by violence adds further cause of conflict on the part of those who should instead be a leaven of peace. Let us believe the gospel when it tells us that the kingdom of God is already present in this world and is growing here and there and in different ways, like a small seed which grows into a great tree, like the measure of leaven that makes the dough rise, and like the good seed that grows amid the weeds, and there it can always pleasantly surprise us. The great men and women of God were great intercessors. Intercession is like a leaven in the heart of the Trinity. Well, I really don't know what to say. I don't know how that kind of a mistake or difference in interpretation, I don't know where you go with that, but with all the, biblical scholars in the Vatican, I just don't see how a 200 some odd page document from the Pope would come out where the gospel is talked about as leaven, and where God's people are supposed to spread it, like spread leaven around, and that the Trinity is intercession is like leaven in the heart of the Trinity. Is that a mistake? Or is there that big of an interpretation gap? Or is that intentional? I mean, how could a document like that come from? Anyways, just thought I'd point it out. Thanks for watching.